Hello and welcome back to another episode of Wisdom for the Weekend. I woke up today to a very snowy morning here in Connecticut. It's actually quite beautiful. And I wanted to just talk to you today about trust. And this has so many meanings. Oh my gosh, I could probably rant on this for a long time. But one thing that I've noticed in my life, in particular in these past couple of months, my business has gone through a major transition since last year. And with the coming out of the podcast, me actually sort of coming out of the spiritual closet, as you may call it, which the podcast it embraces everything that I love and adore, which is medicine and sacred practices as well. And also loving my sensuality and helping women to really embrace theirs. And we also talk about sex, which is a topic that I just love talking about, and I feel very comfortable talking about it. And I think people really open up to me as well when it comes to intimacy. So during this transition, I had no idea what it was going to be looking like. But what I did know was that I wanted to start talking about things that I loved, even though they weren't necessarily things that I practiced in my office in the city, sort of these sacred practices. I never really intertwined both things. I sort of had my sacred life and then I had my work. And for me, they were separate. And last year, I wanted to just develop them together and sort of weave them, which is when the podcast was born, which, by the way, I absolutely love. I just love hosting this podcast. It completely lights me up on so many different levels. So as I was going through this transition, I didn't know what it was going to look like and what was, did I still want to practice medicine? But I really want to do sort of more holistic as well. And I love talking about sensuality and sexuality. So what was it going to look like? And so now here we are today. The podcast is here. And I'm still in a space of like, what is my practice looking like? What can I offer? What am I going to do? And as I kept sort of, I hate to admit this, but sort of pushing and trying to force things to happen and, maybe I should be doing this or that. And things just were not panning out. They have not been panning out at all for the past couple of months. Oh my goodness. And I just kind of threw my hands up and I said, okay, well, you know what? I have no idea this path that I'm on, where it's leading me. So I'm just going to sort of give it up to the universe and say, you know what? You know better than me. I'm just going to leave this up to you and completely trust that the right thing will come at the right time, the right inspiration, the right person, the right office. It will just happen in the most divine way and in divine timing. So this week has come around and actually it did. Like something finally clicked. And I thought, oh my God, I would have never dreamt this a week ago. And forget 3 months ago, like I was sort of just trying to force things to happen. Like, no. Okay, well, this is the way it should be and this is how it should look. And, when you say the word should, it's kind of a red flag, so I decided to just wait and to just sort of allow. Oh my gosh, very hard. I'm not saying it was easy at all. And being patient with it. Last week I talked about surrender. And I think surrender and trust go hand in hand. And trusting for me was, it is surrendering. You're sort of surrendering to like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to let you lead. Universe, God, angels, whatever it is that you believe. Because I firmly have this deep-seated belief that there is something way bigger than us. and that our small minds have not even the capacity to even think or know what is possible for us, for our lives. My goodness. So this week, trust. It's pretty huge. It's not easy to do. I've just been in the past several months just trusting, and just most recently saying, okay, you know what? I'm totally giving up on trying to figure it out, because it's not coming, I don't know, it's not coming from your mind. It's like you're being led by something so much bigger than you. And that thing that's bigger than you is so much bigger than what your mind can create by far. And so in my mind, I was thinking like, oh, maybe that'll just happen, in several years from now, that big thing that I really would love to see happening. Yeah, but that's years from now. Actually, just came about like this week, amazingly so. I'm not sure where it's going to go, and I am not actually sure if it's going to, lead to something bigger or anything, but I'm going with it. And more on that, to come the next few weeks. But I'm excited. It's actually a pretty big decision for me, and it's completely expanding my capacity to what I was offering in my practice currently, to what I will be able to offer. So I'm really, really excited. It is like Sacred Medicine Podcast, like live and in person, like the medical sacred practice of it, I guess, in a sense. Like having everything that I talk about on the podcast, like you can see it. It's like an actual thing. It's in Manhattan, and which I'm like over the moon excited about it. So this is your wisdom for the weekend. Trust. What are you forcing or trying to make happen that's not happening and you're getting frustrated over? Is there something that you can just sort of let go and just trust that it's all going to come the right way, with the right person, at the right time? Whether it's your, future soulmate person, or the job of your dreams, or the position that you really want, or the tribe that you are trying to sort of manifest. What is it that you can do today to just say, you know what? I'm not pushing anymore. I'm going to trust this. I'm trusting that the thing that I want is on its way, and it's only going to come to me in its own version. And it may not even be what you even thought. I mean, it could be, because it could be something so much better. And sometimes when we force things to happen, sometimes it's like we settle for even less than what we really deserve, or we even fathom can be possible. So the invitation for you, think about what it is that you can completely just trust and say, you know what? I'm leaving that up to the universe, God, angels, spirit guides, whatever it is that you believe in. And I'm letting that go. Because what a weight off your shoulders, right? Oh my God. I did that. And I will tell you that it was a quick turnaround. Like I let go, I trusted. And in a couple of days, it sort of kind of showed up in a really beautiful package kind of thing. So sisters, I welcome you. Trust. It's coming. It's on its way. Know it. Feel it. Feel what it would be when it gets to you. Because what arrives may be something beyond your wildest dreams. Have the most beautiful weekend, and I'll speak to you next week. Love you all. Bye-bye.